Yeah, so the Benedictine school, while it's located in Ridgely, Maryland, and most people think very rural, very small, we are one of the largest private employers in the Shore region. Currently, we have about 390 employees. We have a $30 million budget. And we're not just located on the Benedictine campus in Ridgely. We also have group homes in Talbot County, Caroline County, and Anne Arundel County. Part of what we do with the people we support is make sure that they're included in the community. So while Benedictine is large, we also don't want to stand out in the community because the people we support, our goal is to ensure that they are part of our community and are embedded in our community, not stand out in our community. Benedictine primarily works with individuals with developmental and intellectual disabilities and autism. We have our non-public school, which works with children technically from ages 5 to 21. The one thing people do get confused about with Benedictine is that they think we're a private school, and we're really an extension of the public school system. So the majority, if not all of our students at certain times, are public school students from other counties around the state. So again, while we're located in Ridgely, we support students from throughout Maryland. And that's something that's very unique to Benedictine. So that's half of our program. The second half of our program, we work with adults with intellectual and developmental disabilities in neighborhood group homes, job development, and community interaction. So we have, those group homes throughout the counties. They're homes just like you or I live in. They're staffed 24/7, 365. And again, the intent of those homes is to ensure that the people that live in those homes that we support are part of the community that they live in. And that's what we do, is help them become part of that. We average about 50 students a year, and some of them live on our campus, and some do live in group homes, because our goal with the students is not only to educate them, but also prepare them for the next step in their lives, which would typically be living in a group home similar to what we have in the adult program. We do have some day students that live with families that are bused in. Given our location, we also partner with Delaware and other states that may not be able to support the student within their education system. So we do have some from local counties bused to us on a daily basis. That said, if their needs change and they need that residential component, it's an easy transition for that student to then move into our residential program. There are other options within the adult program. There are an array where they can live in their own home with supports. They can live in a group home with supports, or they can move back to their family home and get supports there. So the adult world is a little different in the array of options that are available to people. And then it's their choice what they want. A lot of families do choose a group home option because it does give the most support and most community interaction. Part of what we do too, when a student does come to us, it helps the family, especially with their siblings, focus on the family unit and not just the person that has a disability. And we have great partners in our community, and especially the Easton community has just, the local small businesses have really stood up. And what we hear is when one of our folks goes and works there, it helps the work environment because they bring such a joy to the workplace, and they're so pleased and proud of what they're doing. And it kind of uplifts everyone there. And we've heard that multiple times, and the workforce and the community partners that we have here have just been amazing to step up and help us. And sometimes it's not finding that person a job. Sometimes it's helping us train that person for an employment. Maybe not with that business, but they're willing to help us with some training opportunities for them. So it comes at all different levels. So the scale up challenge is really in our staffing. And I've been with Benedictine for 25 years now, and staffing has always been that challenge, partly because all of our funding is tied to state and federal dollars. So, in today's uncertain environment and with wages increasing, we need to have our funding increase to equal what we need to pay our employees. And that's always been the balance and the challenge. We always want to do more for our employees because they do such amazing work with the people we support. But when you're tied to those federal and state dollars, it does make it difficult. We are lucky enough to have an advancement office and a fundraising crew that raises a lot of dollars. Like we're able to not necessarily add to our wages, but we're able to enhance the work environment through special events for our employees, give backs, things like that, more one-time things. So we are lucky in that sense, but again, it's a tough environment. Yeah, so far we've raised $11 million of a $14 million campaign. This is the largest endeavor Benedictine has ever undertaken. And the core focus of the campaign is to improve our residential facilities on our campus. As many people know, the Benedictine School was founded by a group of sisters back in 1959. In 2012, the sisters decided to move to a smaller convent space up in Newark, Delaware, and left us their convent space, which was really a godsend because we needed to upgrade our facilities. But when we operate a program like ours, we can't just stop or do any, upgrade those facilities. So this allowed us to look at the convent space and say, what can we do to it to improve the residential facilities to meet the newer needs of the autistic population that we're supporting. So we've been working for about 7 years on the fundraising and the planning for this, and we broke ground last year. We're in the middle of construction right now. We have a great partner in Willow Construction here, and we're continuing to raise those funds, both through Annapolis, through bond bills and capital dollars, because our thought process is that the students we support are public school students, and they pay for our operational dollars, and we've been going to them to seek help in our capital dollars so that we can continue to provide the quality services to the students that we support. So it's really an exciting time. I mean, every time I look out and see the crews out there and this really coming to life, it's not just on a piece of paper, it's really coming to fruition, and we should be done in June of 2026 with the facility. So if you go to our website, www.benschool.org, you can click on and learn more. Every dollar we do raise goes directly back into the programs. It could go to staff support, it can go to scholarship dollars, or it can just go to helping with the other capital needs we have to run the facilities that we operate. So there's always an opportunity to help. And we also love when people come out to campus. We always invite people. It's one thing for me to say what's happening and talk about the miracles and the interaction of students and adults and staff, but when you walk the halls of Benedictine or really sit down with our folks, that's where you really start to understand what is happening there and what happening is so special for not only the staff, but the students and the adults. Earlier, I've seen the ups and downs of funding, the ups and downs of challenging times with regulatory changes. I think the one thing I learned is that the mission and the values of organizations like Benedictine will see you through those tough times. And it's the supporters, it's the staff. And now that I'm kind of have a different role and it's more forward facing, sometimes when I go back to a classroom or talk to people that I've directly supported, that helps ground you. And it helps you get through that difficult time because you know that this is why I'm really here. I'm really here to support these people, even though I may not be directly working with them. And then that helps me get that energy to go back out and do what I need to do.